Today we have Matt Weintraubs, Bucks County's district attorney and probably one of our biggest local leaders here in the Philadelphia area, talking to us about how Corona-19 virus has affected our businesses and our community. Everybody, it's time to keep building our businesses. Digital Lion, let's effing go.
Thanks for having me, Lance. I appreciate that.
Matt, we're here to discuss Corona-19, the impact it's had on the local community. Can you really talk to us about that? Because it's had a major impact on the local community. Can you talk to us about it?
It certainly had a major impact, both physically and psychologically, Lance. The things that I'm seeing are people are a little uneasy because of the uncertainty. We've never lived through something like this before. That's what I'm seeing on the public side. But on the police and law enforcement side, our police have never been more dedicated, more committed, and they're out there responding to every single call, business as usual. People need to know that so that they can have confidence in their law enforcement.
100%. Matt, what would you and the one thing I know about you, you're a public servant. I appreciate that. And you've dedicated your life, and I've seen you really care and help try and change the system, right? I've seen you take Bucks County and make it a better place. I've seen you try and really do what's right by people with, hey, if you make a mistake, you're going to be punished, but not everyone's going to go away for years. And you try and handle things. I have a lot of respect for how you carry yourself in a system that, sometimes can be different, right? But I'm in the private world, right? And my clients are scared, and they're, not all. I'm a nationwide company, but a nice part of my clients and friends are here in Bucks County in your community. What would you say to my friends right now that own businesses and they're local in your area? What would you say to them, Matt?
Well, there's a lot of uncertainty out there, Lance. People have to ride this out. We are all in this together. I want people to remain calm. There is a protocol in place. I grant you it changes every day, but there are some awful smart people working on this issue. And we've seen other countries demonstrate what to do and what not to do, how to get through it. We will get through it, but you have to remain calm and let the people that are essential continue to do their job so they can do them well and effectively.
And what would you say to the non-essential workers, Matt?
This is a time to get creative. This doesn't mean you stop working. This means you retool. This means you take inventory, you take stock, because just as this is affecting the economy in a negative way right now, when this is over, the economy is not going to come trickling back. It's going to come roaring back to life. And we all need to be prepared to take advantage of that opportunity.
I actually agree with you on that one. I think it's going to come back roaring back faster than people have ever seen. We're resilient people. One of the biggest questions I get inboxed every day on social media and emailed now is, should we be scared? I have 4 children. I have 4 sons. I love my sons. Should I be scared? I see so much in the news on a national level. People watch Fox, MSNBC, CNN. I truly believe there's no one better asking a local level, should I be scared than you, because you're on the front lines of this.
I'll tell you this. I've been coming to work every day. You should not be scared. You should be concerned. You should be informed. As long as you're concerned and informed and taking appropriate steps to socially distant, only venturing out when you absolutely need to. And that includes for your mental health. If you have to get out there and get a walk, as long as you're socially distant and isolating, that's fine. But I don't want people to be scared, because when people are scared, they panic. And this is no time for panic, Lance.
Matt, I don't think people realize the weight of the world that's on your shoulders every day. I don't use that word lightly, because you impact not a few people's lives. You employ hundreds of people. You're in communication with all the first responders that seem to be doing a great job. What are you doing to stay in front of your first responders, your employees, communicate? What are you doing?
Well, that's a great question. I wish I were doing this as well and as successfully as Lance Bachman and One SEO, but we're using a lot of social media. We're using a lot of electronic media to try to continue to perpetuate our message, and that is remain calm. The cops are out there working. All your first responders are still responding. To the extent that I could do a better job on that, that's one thing that I would like to improve. But I also, having to come to work every day as an essential employee, I'm trying to deal with my people that are coming in. We're on a skeleton staff right now, a rotating staff, but I want them to see me, to lead from the front, so that they know it's going to be okay. And we need them to keep working as well.
Right. I mean, that's amazing. I guess the second part that is your community is so big. I don't know the exact number that lives in Bucks County, but I'm assuming it's a million plus. Is that correct?
It's about 630,000 people.
And let's be realistic. You don't impact just Bucks County. You impact Philadelphia. You impact Montgomery County. You're probably the biggest known DA on a national level, I would think, that people actually respect and like by how you handle things. So I know you have more influence than just Bucks County. What are you doing to stay in front of the community so they feel at ease and talking to them?
I'll give you a great example, Lance. We were able to interview a police officer that contracted the virus. He's a Middletown Township police officer named Ryan Morrison. He's recovering now, and he did an interview just like we're doing, and we were able to broadcast that on our social media. And his message basically was, remain calm, follow the rules, make sure you don't have contact with people that may be at risk, and we will get through this. I thought it was fantastic. If you could find it and share it, I would love it because it's a real message.
I will. And so a lot of other people. Let's talk about the first responders, because I'm assuming that probably to 600,000 people, I'm just going to do the math, 1% as first responders in some way. There's probably between 600, 800 people that you have arms to here in Bucks County. Would that be an accurate number?
We have about 1,000 police officers, just under that, but we also have fire and other first responders. And at this point, I would consider all of our healthcare workers as first responders because they're on the front lines as well.
Tell me, what do their days look like? Because I can't imagine the pressure they're feeling, what's going on, how many hours. And I hope you say thank you to me, Matt, to every one of them that you ever meet, because I think it's courageous what they're doing. It's just an amazing, I can't imagine the hours.
I will make sure that I let them know they are courageous because they're out there protecting and serving us just like they're sworn to do despite this virus. They're human. They have the same concerns. But yet they get out there every day on the front lines at personal risk to themselves. And one thing that I've encouraged them to do is to use common sense. If they can social distance in a non-emergency situation, but yet still respond effectively to a call, they should do that. And so far to this point, we've been in regular contact over electronic media. They've been doing just an amazing job keeping the calm and keeping the peace.
God bless. Keep them safe.
God bless.
To piggyback on that conversation, right? You know, I'm watching the news. Everybody's watching the news. Anyone's not watching the news, I don't know what you're doing, but it's, you know, it's just almost like information overload, right? And I hear crime rates up in Philadelphia. There's looting. There's kids, you know, kids are out of school. Is it impacting? I mean, what would you say about the crime rate right now in Bucks County? What's going on with that?
It's very interesting, Lance. This is anecdotal. I don't have the data, but anecdotally, crime is actually down and in Bucks County. And if you had to ask me why, I think it's because people are being very socially responsible in Bucks County, and they are aware that there are no free passes. The police are still patrolling. They're still responding to 911 calls, to emergencies, and their presence is being known and felt. And I got to give credit where it's due. Our community is just a fantastic community that has rallied around this cause.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear crime rates dropping. That's nice to hear. Talking about the community, what should we do right now to practice a distancing? I see people still at the parks. I see people playing basketball. I see some people playing soccer. You know, kids are out of school. What would you say to your community about social distancing? What can they do? What can't they do? There's a lot of myths out there. What you can do right now?
So right now, Bucks County is under the governor's order to shelter in place. I think that there are some small exceptions. So first of all, if you're an essential worker, you still get to go to work. You have to go to the store. And frankly, your mental health is very, very important. So if that means you got to go outside, take a walk, that's something that I do. I do it in the morning with my dog, and I do it at night with my wife and my dog. We just maintain a very healthy distance from all other people. So you need to do what's important for your own mental health, but use common sense. Let's follow the rules. Let's maintain our social distance and shelter in place, stay at home when we can.
Matt, for coming on the show today, you're going to get a digital Lions shirt next time I see you. I'm going to send it to you, my friend. But I do have one last question that I want you to give to people. there'll be probably, I don't know how many people are going to watch this video, but there'll be a lot. What would you say to your community right now? What would be your ending message? Because I hate to say this, you're a great guy, you're a great leader, but people are going to be still scared economically and about catching the virus. What would you say to both to two separate and distinct questions, right? What would you say as one last final word to him? Is probably our biggest leader here in Bucks County.
Thanks, Lance. So what I would say is remain calm, follow the rules, be kind, practice social distancing. We all will get through this.
Matt, thank you so much for being on today. I appreciate it, and I will talk to you soon, my friend.
All right. Thank you, my friend, for having me on, Lance. Be safe. Be well.